All right, all my Detroit Piston fans and all my Detroit fans, all my Motor City Sports Talk fans, make sure you guys go check out Piston Mike. We got him over 100 followers, so make sure you check him out. Everything Pistons, man. He gonna hold it down and do his thing, just strictly on the Pistons thing. You know, I got the Lions and Pistons, but man, we always trying to help people get their channel up. Let's get them to 200 next, 300 next, 400 next, 500 next, and let's get them all the way to a rack so you can start making that bag. Appreciate you guys. Make sure you go over to Piston Mike as you see it on the screen. Let's get them to 200, then 300, then 400, then 500, and the whole shebang. Peace. Alrighty, let's talk some Detroit Pistons talk. Hopefully I get to go live this weekend before the season over. Appreciate the love and support. And it looked like Trey Weaver got it right again, getting rid of Christian Wood. Let's talk about him and Jerami Grant. But hit that subscribe button, the like, comment button, share the video, and let me see if the Pistons play today. But check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. Make sure you go subscribe to Piston Mike. No, the Lions won't be in the play-in tournament, or the playoffs, which I'm fine with. We get about, hopefully if I got time, 4 to 5 years. Tomorrow isn't promised, and they get the job done. They start making the playoffs, win the title. We can see, but yeah, they play the Nuggets today, and the Heat Sunday to end the season. Okay, we playing for the last spot. Cleveland has 2 more games. So, realistically for us, well, Cleveland, it beat Boston last night, and they beat Boston, okay? They end off with the Wizards in Brooklyn. If we lose the last 2, we'll be tied for Cleveland for the 3rd spot, with the 3rd worst record in the East. If we lose out, we had the worst record in the East and the worst record in the 2nd worst record in the West in the overall. So it's imperative that the Pistons continue to lose. For the Nuggets, it's important too because they can avoid playing the match. Well, it don't really matter as long as the Portland keep winning. But home court may matter, and they will be matched up versus, if they move up, they'll be matched up versus the Lakers potentially in the 2nd round. Okay, if they stay where they at, they be matched up with the Suns and the Jazz. So maybe Denver want to continue to lose and let the Clippers have it, and Jazz and Suns have that issues. But it's a story for another day, right? But talking about Christian Wood, he's been injured a lot this season, and obviously that's kind of been the big knock and why one of the reasons the Pistons probably don't offer him a lot of money. He's been listed out Friday's game versus the Clippers. Okay. And realistically, he played 62 games last year, started 12 for us. This year he played 41 games, started 41. So, I mean, he's missed a lot of games this year. So they playing 72 games. He missed 31 games. Well, he will miss 31 games. He don't play again. But once again, he averaged 21 points, almost 10 rebounds, and I mean, he's shooting the 3. With top 5 attempts per game, he's shooting it at 37% clip. The numbers look good, but then again, you got to remember, in Houston, it's a bad team. Straight up and down, Houston is a very bad team, and good players can put up bad numbers on great numbers on really bad teams. You seen that with Kevin Love when he ended up on Cleveland. Okay, you look at Jerami Grant, kind of slowed down a little bit, some logjam there, injuries, and I don't really think it's injury. I just think towards the end of the season, trying to lose games, which they should be doing that. Look at Jerami Grant. He's averaging 22 points a game, 4.5, almost 5 rebounds, 2.5 assists a game. He's shooting almost 43% from the field, 35 from 3, and 84.5% from 3. And he putting up career numbers, okay? And he's taking almost one more 3 more than Grant. I mean, then Wood. And really, I'd rather have Jerami Grant because guess what? You can now trade, Jerami Grant, and he got value because 1, he's been healthy, and 2, he's somebody everybody need. Really, big men are going extinct. Or you keep Jerami Grant, and guess what? Grant, Bay, and Killian are 3 really good defenders. I think you can win a championship with Grant. With Grant being your 3rd option. I think if you can get Jalen Green, I think that's your number 1 option. And then Grant or Sadiq Bey, your 2nd option. I'd rather have a guy that can play the 4 and a guy that can guard 1, 2, 3, and 4 and some 5s in this league. You know, I'd rather be a part of somebody that's been healthy, that's worked hard throughout his career, and really, you know, Horace and Harvey Grant played in the NBA are his well, Harvey is his father and Horace is his uncle. You know, he's played 80 games, 81, 80 games, 71 games in a shortened season last year. His availability has been better. And I think that's where you separate them, that durability. We just had a little taste of Christian Wood. My Paul Pierce voice, I want the whole load. You know, and that's just what it is. Honestly, I think the Pistons made the right decision. I think Troy Reaver did the right way. And I think right now, wings are more important than big men and guards are more important than all of them. You know, and obviously you hit on Isaiah Stewart. You know, he's doing well. He's a 30 guy, Piston type of guy. And if you can end up with Evan Mobley, I think you really don't miss Christian Wood. Mobley at the 1 or the 4 or whatever, the 5, and Grant at the 5 or the 4. You know, you push Bay to the 3, and, you know, Jerami Grant, you know, or he can play the 3 and Jerami Blake play the 2. You know, so really for them, Green would probably be the ideal draft guy, a guy that can go out there and get a bucket. But really, the Pistons, you know, really, they need somebody that can do the dirty work. They got it with Stewart. They need somebody to go get a bucket. You know, really, if you are able to add Green there, guess what? Grant, Bay can take the best wing players, and Killian can guard the best guards. So, and realistically, team defense is probably going to be premium for the Pistons. If they can find some team defense, you got great individual defenders, young guys, they're going to be good. It's going to take some time. You know, you got the ideal point guard. You got the ideal Piston dirty boy, not dirty work guy, and Isaiah Stewart. You know, you got Jerami Grant, a guy that worked hard, that was written off. It's not a number 1, number 2, number 3 choice of scoring. Got Sadiq Bey who can post up, give you some 4, give you some 3 minutes, can shoot the ball. Really, what the Pistons always missed, since they had Adrian Dantley, Jerry Stackhouse, they missed a guy that can go get a bucket. That was a great thing about Adrian Dantley before they traded him. You know, he was a guy that could throw the ball to him, he go get a bucket. So, you know, they didn't have that. You know, they could have had Carmelo. They probably would have beat the Heat in 06 and probably would have won a championship in 05. You get Jalen Green, and he able to go out there and can give you, somebody for sure can give you 20 points per game. He also can make people better. He can facilitate. So that's the guy that should be on. If you can't get him, then Evan Mobley, the guy that you want. You know, another guy you can put him on the block, get a bucket. You know, but hey, it's my opinion. I think people get mad when I say no Cade Cunningham. The Pistons never was short on pass first point guards. You got one in Killian. If you get Cade Cunningham, you got to flip Killian. Killian can't play the 2. No matter how big Cade Cunningham is, you need somebody that can get a ball, you know, isolate, go get you a bucket. So, you know, if they at the 4 spot and, you know, they miss out on Green, Mobley, and Jalen Suggs, you know, I would trade out of there. You know, I really would. I would trade out of there unless it's somebody else I see. I like, honestly, Green is the guy that they need. After Green is Mobley. And if you can't get Cade Cunningham, or it's Jalen Suggs or Cade Cunningham, I take Jalen Suggs. I think Jalen Suggs, his shiftiness remind me of Dwayne Wade. He's somebody where, you know, you can give him, you can develop him with a better mid-range game. If you had me to rank the guys in the top 5 for the Pistons, I'm not saying who the best. Green, Mobley, Suggs, then Cade Cunningham. Just kind of team built. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can reach out anytime you got a business question, inquiry, response, your video request. All my social media links in the description. Faster reach me is Twitter, then Facebook, then Instagram. If you want to advertise your video on the channel, video request, chop it up. Links there. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate. Share your video one time for the one time. Peace.